afternoon and welcome to the news at 1 in brief on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Ese Owomaka. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has expressed satisfaction with progress being made under his administration in sports development, particularly the plans towards actualization of sports economy, which is also aimed at contributing to the central $1 trillion economic goal of the administration. Chairman of National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, presented the 2025 progress report of the Commission to the President. Approval for the constitution of the Nigeria Anti-Doping Agency, which maintains the country's integrity in sports.
Last year was huge. We made almost 375 medals across all sports. Contributed about 1.2% of the GDP in the third quarter of 2025. About 50 billion of private sector funding that have come in, and all the firsts that we have won across all sports and also the challenges. So we are really on the right track, and I believe Mr. President is happy, and that's why we are now having this conversation to see how we can make it better in 2026 and beyond. And then there are certain approvals. For example, he approved the constitution of the Nigeria Anti-Doping Agency, which is a must for us because WADA are on our case. Mr. President have signed the bill since last year. After almost 20 years in the hiatus, the anti-doping bill, he has signed it, and now he has approved that the board of the Anti-Doping Agency of Nigeria should be constituted, which is one of the conditions WADA want to see us achieved.
Shehu Diko also presented a special Super Eagles jersey to President Tinubu to appreciate his support for sports development in Nigeria.
Supported sports in the best way they can. Remember the decisive approvals and directives he gave a couple of weeks ago to reset the sport funding, directing the relevant agencies that put adequate money for sports in the budget. And once the budget is passed by the National Assembly and Mr. President signed the budget, all monies for sports are due. They should be released immediately so that to avoid all this, that there's no money and around, because sports is timely.
Back home, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has formally inaugurated the board of Lagos State Sports Trust Fund with a charge to members to drive sustainable financing and expanding sports opportunities at the grassroots level. Joy Kenabakoyer has details of the inauguration ceremony held at the Lagos House Marina.
The Lagos State Sports Trust Fund Board, chaired by the President of the International Table Tennis Federation, Enitan Oshodi, has the mandate to secure sustainable investment and expand grassroots participation across the state. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu urged members to deploy their influence and professional reach to stimulate funding for school athletics, community tournaments, and structured talent identification. He emphasized that the trust fund provides a credible and accountable channel for corporate organizations and private contributors to support sports development.
I will implore that you also look for ways to deploy those resources in grassroots sports, school sports, and sporting activities that would encourage growth, from our various divisions.
Chairman of the board, Enitan Oshodi, said the immediate priority is to put in place viable financing models that will strengthen facilities and nurture athletes. He stressed that meaningful private sector participation remains vital to maximizing the state's vast sporting prospects.
We're going to have to create pathways, for raising funds to support sports, sporting infrastructure, sporting development. The government is spending a lot of money on sports, but it's never enough. Not in a mega city like Lagos, 20 million plus people. We need facilities. We need to support athletes, and we all know the talents that abound in sports in Lagos.
With the board now in place, Lagos is set to strengthen institutional capacity and unlock new streams of support for the advancement of sports. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakuya, NTA News.
The House Committee on Petroleum Resources Downstream has called for urgent and increased funding of the Nigeria Police Force, stressing that energy security depends heavily on effective policing. Francis Form reports that during a strategic visit to the Louis Edet House in Abuja, the committee chairman Ikenga Ugo Chinyere told the Inspector General of Police that safeguarding Nigeria's downstream petroleum sector is critical to economic stability. He described the sector as the lifeblood of the economy, noting that security, fuel supply chains, depots, and highways directly impacts national confidence.
For the regulatory body to ensure that activities related to adulterations are properly addressed. We are committed to advocating for improved operational funding. We will work to strengthen legal framework for infrastructure protection. We will facilitate interagency cooperation. We will support reforms necessary to secure Nigerian petroleum assets end to end.
Safeguarding downstream oil and gas infrastructure is not just a security mandate, it's a national economic imperative. Every facility protected represents preserved revenue, job security for Nigerians, and the stability of fuel supply across the country. I want to assure you of our unwavering commitment to professionalism, accountability, and interagency cooperation.
The committee pledged to advocate better funding, stronger legal framework against economic sabotage, improved surveillance, and enhanced welfare for officers. It's now time to take some messages and the news at 1. We'll return shortly after this timeout to join us again.
Hi everyone, this is Ida Emmanuel Chibike, and we are right here in Great John Bosco Nigeria Limited. It's located in 48 Tedusho Road, right here in Suliri, Lagos. Are you an interior designer, an architect, a builder, and you actually looking for a place to get your furnitures and also quality fabrics like curtains for your homes? Great John Bosco is actually one of the best places to get that. We are situated here in Lagos, Nigeria, right here in Tedusho, and we have branches in Abuja and also on the island, that's Lekki Phase 1. We have from the ranges of Turkish fabrics, American fabrics, Italian fabrics, and what have you. We have them in different categories and in different collections. You can also check us online. We are active online on our social media handles. Our Instagram handle is actually Great John Bosco, and also on Facebook at Great John Bosco. This is Great John Bosco Nigeria Limited, your one-stop shop for all interior needs. Don't hesitate to come by our store here in Todosho, which is the main head office, to see quality designs and fabrics for your need.
My name is Modupe Oyewumi, the General Manager of NTA Lagos Channel 10. We are the station for excellence. We give you quality programs and news.
Looking for updates in the entertainment industry in and around this year for you.
Tasty for history and cultural content, Ajogunba is a must-watch.
Stay informed for current affairs and update that matters. Join us at 7 o'clock for reliable and authentic stories every day.
On Boshenlo, we dish out topical issues in our society. Boshenlo, Mojedudwe.
To know the importance, principle, value, obligation of the Quran and Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, join me on the program Message of Islam.
To catch up with celebrities and trendy songs, watch eCafe on NTA Channel 10.
I serve weekly health updates on Health Watch.
Welcome to another remarkable edition of Mary Lane. It's another beautiful time to celebrate.
1Pm closes the gap between the people, the government, and the business communities.
We're in the business of quality programming, news, and content. Therefore, advertise your products on NTA Lagos Channel 10 we have the mileage.
You're welcome back. Moving on now to police matters. Lagos State Commissioner of Police Olorundare Jimoh says the state has recorded a sharp decline in major crimes during his first year in office, and there are plans to consolidate the security architecture to nip organized crimes in the bud across the metropolis. He stated this at a forum where he intimated journalists with the feat recorded in major crime reduction in the last 1 year in Lagos. Musa Toliat has details.
Commissioner of Police Olorundare Jimoh says between February 18, 2025 and February 17, 2026, internal security has remained stable with no serious breaches to public peace, while civil protests have been professionally managed without escalation. He stressed that incidents threatening critical infrastructure, such as the Third Mainland Bridge, were contained with minimum force, and there has been major reduction in cultism and cult-related violence, especially in notorious flashpoint areas like Oshodi, Ketu, Mushin, and Lagos Island.
I swiftly created anti-cultist squad in every area command, and that brought us a solution to the issue of cultism. Part of the successes we recorded in issue of cult-related and other violent crime is the arrest of the Olori Eso in Mushin, in whose possession we recover 9 AK-47 rifle and thousands of ammunition for the AK-47 rifle. And he made a confession to the police that 5 of those AK-47 rifle belonged to him, while the remaining 4 other he inherited. We've taken through the process of the law, and they have been remanded to prison custody as we speak, and the case about him is going on progressively in court. Equally of note is a notorious and vicious murderer they call Samelon in Sound Gross in the Lagos Island, who have been terrorizing the entire area for so many years. Himself too, we've arrested him, and he had a day in court. He has been remanded to prison custody.
CP Jimoh said more than 150 stolen vehicles were recovered during the year by anti-car theft units, and the expansion of tactical squads from 23 to 35 units now covers all local government and council development areas to detect and curb organized crimes in the state. To strengthen security, the police boss said the Eco Strike Force was created to complement the Rapid Response Squad, equipped with patrol vehicles and other resources from the Security Trust Fund of the Lagos State Government.
We've equally addressed cases of armed robbery, one chance, and so many other related violent crime, and we brought it to the PRS. As we speak today, in the last 6 months or beyond, we've not recorded any case of armed robbery attack anywhere in Lagos State. We have equally sustained the rates of criminal hideouts, surveillance patrol, intelligence-driven police operations across the state.
He attributed the successes recorded in the year under review to intelligence-led policing, community partnerships, and strengthened operational strategies. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Lagos State Commissioner of Police Olorundare Jimoh has launched a dedicated anti-crime patrol operation along the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road to curb all forms of criminal activities on the corridor. 4 patrol teams have been deployed to the route, and they are to operate around the clock to ensure continuous visibility policing and rapid response capability. This is in addition to the existing several patrol vehicles stationed along the highway since December 2025. And that ends the news at 1 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Do join us at 7 p.m. for a more comprehensive package. I am S.A. Owomaka. Thanks for being there.